So, welcome back, everyone. Time to see if we have the capability for doing Deep Rock Galactic, shall we? And that's as in stream. Yeah. Time to ping a lot. Well, it did say that he was going to be setting alarms. It's basically, a question of whether or not he'll be there. He'll wake up to them. That is the thing. Well, hello, welcome, Pokey. So we've definitely got Pokey here. I was going to check something on Discord as well once I was there. I can't remember what it was. Well, that's a sussy bucker. Banned. A 40-year-old account that's got 200 followers. Yeah, right. We'll do our typical thing of waiting for a little bit of time for Tyr to come along, and if we don't, hear anything from him, then we will change to something different, or we'll just keep doing Skyrim. I don't know. Either there's a time to pen a lot. Much penis. Much peen. And the voice chats. What I was actually looking in the right bit for the voice chats though. It's not on the voice chats and the gaming, but yeah, no. We got nothing. There's no sign of Tyr. We'll give Tyr a good 15 minutes. Lydia just comes in with cock. Lydia and I are always on the same page. The page of dicks. Well. No things so far. Actually, can't think of what's what to do. Might poll up. Actually, whilst waiting, I'll put a poll up. Would help if I press the button that wasn't. Yes, polling is something I type in chat, and yet I still pressed a button for it. No DRG or Skyrim. Genshin. And there we go. Poll is up. 2-minute poll. Vote which way you would want to. If we're not going to be doing Deep Rock Galactic today, because of nothing from Tier, then are we going to want to do more Skyrim? Or do you want to do Genshin Impact, or do you want to do something else entirely? We'll see. Immediately go for something else. Oh no, we got one from Genshin. I'm guessing that's Jace. If Jace is still here, I'm guessing that's Jace and Q as well for the second vote. Maybe Shin. Actually, maybe Shin will be as well. Oh, another person for something else. Another person for Genshin. Ooh. It is pretty much the one thing I can definitely say. Unanimously, no one wants Skyrim. I'm actually tempted to put up a poll in the server. Oh, 4 for Genshin, 2 for something else. Ooh. Yeah, whilst that's going on, I'm going to actually put up a poll in the server as well. Actually, no, it takes too long to do a poll in the server on mobile, so I'll just have it. I'll do it after stream note. The Argonian maid. Gets her hands on a big purse. Yeah. What's going was a punishment? Have you punished yourself enough? That's what I was going to basically ask in the poll. Do people think I've punished myself enough on Skyrim, and just go back to Cyberpunk, and I'll probably do Skyrim off stream, and because I want to get platinum. I want to get to platinum because I've come this far. I might as well finish getting platinum. It's just whether I'm going to do it on stream or not. Stream, do server poll on continue Skyrim or go back to Cyberpunk. Also, in the vein of Cyberpunk, Netflix are working on an animated series for it, which the trailer for it actually looks kind of good. So keep an eye on that. Okay, we've gone like 10 minutes, I think. So 10 minutes, still no sign I can see of a tier. Give them 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, I know, and then we'll be getting. We'll make a decision. John the Necromancer, hello and welcome. What's up? I'm waiting for my teammates to see if we're going to be doing Deep Rock Galactic. If so, then we'll be switching to that. If not, then apparently voting wise has gone for Genshin Impact. Netflix are very good at fucking up shows. They are, but at the same time, they're also very good at doing them justice. Like the Castlevania series, that was really good. Okay. Okay. I was also messaging Callie to see how she's feeling, and she said, she's going to go down for a nap and will put me on the TB. I was like, what the fuck? She's going to give me tuberculosis? Like, Also make good anime. This is true. Lucifer finished strong. Knights of Sidonia was also really good. It's just the second series was weird, and the animation style gives me a headache. It's basically like what I've basically described as is imagine an anime that was recorded at 15 FPS. That's the animation style of Knights of Sidonia, and it's really janky, and it does work. It just gives me a headache. Give them credit for Castlevania show and Witcher at least, yeah. Super excited for Horizon. They're also doing another Castlevania one following in this trailer of Richter Belmont, which, if people don't know, is the original Belmont from Castlevania 4, I think it is. I don't remember. It's the SNES edition. It's the one that people meme on a lot. Michael Liddick, thank you very much for the follow. That really scared the shit out of me. Is that? It is Michael, yeah. I remember that awful Dragon's Dogma anime. I remember it existing. I also remember seeing that, hey, this is not my kind of thing. Well, I also remember I looked at it because I still wasn't playing Dragon's Dogma at that point. I thought I don't really want to watch an anime about something I'm not playing. Devilman Crybaby, it's good. Fair. Shin goes for a run. I'm going to get his doodle paintals. I think we can reasonably assume that Tier's attempts to wake up to an alarm have not gone to plan. Oh well. In that case, we will be switching over to Genshin Impact instead. It's not good. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wasn't a fan of the game itself. Right. Let's change this around. Give me 2 seconds while I change things over. Technically, this first playthrough, because still not used to what's going on. Right, okay, that's that done. I'll just file a quick notification. There we are. Announcement has gone out, so we're changing to Genshin Impact. I will actually load up Genshin Impact as well. Utterly butchers the game's plot and makes really questionable moral stances. Now that's a weird one. That was a weird choice then to go around. Okay. Switch over to this. Also close that down. Don't need that anymore. It's just a progress tracker. Actually, it's not a big pair. It was a big pair. Yeah, it wasn't a big purse. It was a big pair that the Naughty Argonian May got their hands on. Surely a pair of eyes, but still a big pair. What the bastard was I doing? What's been appearing? Oh, Barbara's hangout event. I was doing that for Primos. All right. In which case, we will go and do. Oh, I need to go and do that. I'm slightly emotionally invested in that one. Look for the objective in this area. It's probably these 3 people right here, or 4. Who's this guy? Oh, God. He's Joel's father. He's a gigantic version of Joel. Pokey wants to join. I mean, if you want to, Pokey, sure. Oh, you're here, Traveller. I'm introducing Joseph. He's Joel's father. Dad, this is the Traveller I was telling you about. Traveller's helped me out in the past. What the fuck was that, Pokey? It's how we even built a snowman together. Joel told me everything about you. Can't thank you enough. Glad you're okay. Wow, this is amazing. Shut up, Paimon. Not bad, pals. Not bad at all. You did great work this time. This time? Did something happen the last time? You remember the person I said I found the last time in Dragon Spine, right? I have no idea what's going on with you, Pokey, but you're all over the place. You remember the last person I said I found last time in Dragon Spine, right? After you accompanied me up the mountain and helped me defeat those monsters, I continued searching the area. During my search, I accidentally tripped and rolled my way down the mountain. Oh, Pallid. Oh, Pallid. Well, thankfully the snow was very thick below. I wasn't hurt. And I was just getting ready to head back when I heard the noise at the side and someone just popped out of nowhere. Didn't realize this was the person I was looking for at first. In fact, I mistook him for a fellow adventurer in the search party. After a few words of conversation, it was clear that he was having memory problems. He didn't even know his own name. The temperature was freezing, there was no time to deal with all that there and then, so I convinced him to come back to the camp with me and figure everything else out after we got there. Got back to the old camp, ran into Joel, and the moment he saw him, he froze for a second, with this completely stunned expression on his face, and he started crying out, "Dad! Dad!" That's when Joseph suddenly started to remember. Daddy. Daddy's right here, Joel. Daddy's right here. Joseph, don't you remember anything else at all? The ball princess? Feeding the foxes? Sorry, I have no recollection. Maybe it's because of the head trauma. I'm not sure. I woke up and found myself covered in blood. My things were gone and there was nothing to indicate who I was or how I got there. Sus. Crawled into a cave and started in for a slow recovery. After my legs and feet were a little better, my hunting skills were what kept me alive. Dad, I was so worried about you. I'm alright now, Joel. Don't cry. Daddy's not going anywhere. I'm here to stay. So what's the plan now? Shut up, Paimon. Just want to stay with my family for a little while longer. Sus. So wonderful you're able to return safe and sound. I suppose that's our happy ending now. Haha. That said, pals, you've still got some way to go before your adventuring skills are up to scratch. I mean, losing your footing and rolling down the mountain like that? You're having some remedial classes with me once we get back to the guild, I say. But Cyrus, I think I kind of made up for my mistakes this time, you know? No buts. Back to the guild we go. Oh, but I'd like buts. Guildmaster, please. Well, that was it. One purple book. Great. Oh, I see. I was like saying, hey, wait, where's the rest of my party? Then I realised Pokey's got the rest of my party. Oh, right. Okay, so where are we going to next? I've got expedition. Well, I don't care about the expeditions. Oh, can't even do quests because it's co-op mode. Ah. Can't initiate any of the quests. I actually can't do anything in co-op mode. Fuck's sake, Genshin, why do you have a shitty co-op mode? Fuck, why? Yes, Rosaria. Oh, Pokey's gone. That reminds me. Some healing in you, Razor. I finally stopped using Beidou because Razor's now absolutely unstoppable. Right. No, I won't. There we are. Floating past. I'm gonna do these Archon missions because I've got to. I've been grinding and putting them off for way too long now. don't know whether it's just, you know, Razor's just stronger than Beidou or what, but Razor's able to destroy those in 3 hits rather than Beidou's 4. Yeah, that was all. Oh, Yanfei's nearly dead, as usual. Really game. Oh, sometimes the climbing dynamic mechanic in this is not that great. Usually it's okay. Sometimes though, ugh. I have made a very bad choice. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. It's Sealy, but would that take me... That's going to take me back down the mountain, isn't it? I really don't want to. Oh, let's give it a go. Where are you going to... Oh, no, you're actually staying up here. I am actually surprised. Oh, well, no, I followed you before. Yeah, no, thanks. Didn't want to activate you. Oh, fuck. Do like Razor. Not been using him for long, but I do like him.
I taste blood.
Well, it took place a little bit far away.
Empty chest.
This game is so good, it's putting you to sleep. Seems to have that effect. Right, so how do I get over to that platform? What the fuck? That's just gonna do it. Aha! I think we can stand to just be a bit closer. Oh, Jesus fucking fucking overcompensation for this. Could I just get there on this alone? Maybe. I'm about to find out. Yes.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, about that. No? Why is Paimon just sitting there, then? Have I... Right. Uh-huh. Why are you just sitting there, Lunchbox?
Wait, hear me.
No, there's nothing else to do after hitting that. Like, how? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Surely it wouldn't be. No, there's not that. Broke it, apparently. It's still giving me the indicator over there. So I don't know. And Paimon's just sat around there, so I think I kind of glitched it. Genshin Impact, apparently. I'll interact with that anyway, apart from, doing that. And it still just, even after I interact with it, it still says need to be down there. I do not know. I will, however, turn off co-op mode. Then to single player. Maybe that will do it.
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy.
That was what it was. I was in co-op mode. God, game.
Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber.
Give us the way to it.
Yes, this must...
I'd rather not listen to you, Paimon. Ever. Try using the mechanism. There we go.
It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach... Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets... Alright, let's follow... Oh. Hey, looks like we've gotten close to the... Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
Do you really hate me that much?
No. Paimon may have just...
Poki's present broke the game. Yep. So I do remember that Blister had a scope.
Oh, that's... Now that you mention it, we could...
Paimon, how the fuck did you see the Blister from where we are? You can't see it. Like, there's a fucking mountain in between us and the Blister. How the fuck did you see it? Find Paimon to be extremely annoying. Same. Do not like her. Equip the Murder Nun. Side quest. How did Paimon see that? Makes no sense. And yeet. Oh. Thought they were enemies. Paimon's cute. I don't like Paimon at all.
Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Howard, what now? These are the wilds around Mount Tianheng.
Exactly. What if we're invited guests? No. Wait. Maybe this was... She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest us.
We haven't explained the invitation to them yet. So this is Jackie's playing games. Ah.
You, over there. This is a trick.
How dare he play games when she should be playing with you, Jack?
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Shush, Paimon. You're welcome, Jack. Bye.
Take the target alive.
You'll never take me alive, coppers.
Try it.
You can't
Take the target alive.
retreat.
Beaten to arms. Attack.
Get back.
Take the target alive. Take this. Attack. Lithic Triad.
Get back.
Bested.
That wasn't that hard.
What's up? all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You are incredibly strange, Paimon. I'm just looking for the way to the Jade Chamber.
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you? We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are... Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Put your foot in it there, Paimon.
Oh. I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
I'm trying to find a way to go and see Ningguang.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here. The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence.
You're welcome.
These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone. So, this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Thinking isn't hard, Paimon.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to...
It is for Paimon.
The mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
Zhongli might not be mortal. Shh, Paimon, don't complicate the matter.
Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng... Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti. We're not taking sides. When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you? Huh?
Maybe.
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There is no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us. Well, you've got to... Still, this is the first... Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to...
Maintain nothing Paimon says is ever actually useful.
Against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained.
Well, they did try to kill me, sort of.
Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly...
I feel like Paimon is more specialized in making things seem more complicated than they seem, and genuinely getting on my nerves while I constantly talking. Yeah, that's pretty much Paimon.
Civilized of them.
Ningguang would prefer to negotiate, wouldn't she?
Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here.
Oh, you say that.
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Another super bold statement. I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, traveler.
Am I?
You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year.
So that tiny fairy from Zelda just want to grab and eat it. Oh, Navi. Most people do. If I had to pick, though, if I had to pick between two of them, I'd pick Navi. Barely. And they use both the inject for the contribution to the SCP Stream Challenge. I just need to check if I got an answer to a... Is it? No.
The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit.
You should go to the Jade Chamber. Yeah, we've been trying to figure out how. So maybe tell me how to do that?
Favor?
Paimon, that's not the point.
But
So eager.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first.
Yes, please, Kitching.
You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Started saying the goodbye thing partway through the explanation phase.
Ningguang may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person.
Well, she made a good impression on me too.
So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her?
You really haven't shifted focus, have you, Paimon?
Oh, right! Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect. Why don't we go with that for a... Nope! But Paimon, let's go gather ingredients!
Why? Look for the ingredients Paimon needs. Why? Just why? This guy's name is Iron Ingot. What? $65 primos away from getting a wish. Really hope this this quest gives me some primos. We hope this quest gives me a lot of primos.
Ooh, look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious. That's the one!
Tasty slime condensate. No thanks. What's Sealy doing? Shall we wait and Sealy? It's a terrible joke. I'm not sorry. Thanks. Just gonna sit up there whilst I deal with these slimes. Cool. Got this, you should explode.
You can't run!
If you are going over to that... No, you're going here. Good, good. Chest? Yes.
That felt... pretty good.
Oh, there's a chest up there as well. And there's apparently another Geolicus somewhere nearby.
Is it just behind? Huh? Did you hear that?
Sounded like someone was singing.
No! That was... Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure...
Well. It'll be fine. I'll just, you know, climb up here. Yeah, never knows. Rescue a person in the cage. Yeah, but chest. No thoughts, no help, just boobs.
That felt... pretty good.
Can't see where the Geolicus is there. See it that? What am I supposed to get that? See a person in the cage. Oh, well, if I must. Yeet. Okay, that. Ooh, got the cage key. Is it Johnny Cage? Combat.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Aw, it was nothing.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both.
There's really no need.
Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you.
Welcome back, Q. Just signed up the Daily Wire to all newsletters I could find. They keep trying to advertise to me and I want them dead. Sounds a good plan. Paimon does have a very similar energy to Navi. Yeah, the only difference is that Paimon's capable of complicated speech. Or at least voiced speech.
I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me.
I'm searching for antiques. I never thought that treasure hoarders would be looking for the same things as me. Clues in the name.
Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Yeah, goodwill is good enough for me.
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh? And what might that be?
Shut up, lunchbox.
do you have a box that can store presents?
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations.
Bold claim. He said use rope if you want them. Now, come on, E. We all know that rope is better used for other things. Specifically tying Jack up at this point.
Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
He's offering me his boss's box. Oh my.
Great! Paimon should...
Bloody Paimon. Bone marrow is quite useful, isn't it? Generally, yeah. You should stay in bed. If that's what he wants you, definitely.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan?
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him.
Why is your character's clothes made out of belts? Rosaria's a lot worse.
Many of the best
Rosaria's other outfit's a lot worse.
If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue
Are they?
doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Q, have you eaten? I know you said you were going away to, eat, but did you actually go and, have the eggs?
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome.
That's not clay, that's porcelain.
If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack.
Paimon, you want to use a priceless antique vase as a mixing bowl? Fucking God. Why, Paimon, why?
One and only sugar-frosted slime.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful.
Still not sold on this gift idea.
Great. Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the king's chamber to see Ningguang.
with all we've got in this box, say, can relate. Oh yeah, you mean, yeah, Razor's coat's a bit, weird. But he's also, he's not been raised by humans, essentially. He's literally been raised by wolves. The guy to the Jade Chamber. So doesn't even object. I know, right? Just, oh, yeah, sure. Oh, he's up. Oh, in that case. Yeet. Oh, it's a magic Mowgli. Eh.
According to coaching, this is what we... Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Blank look.
Yes. How many would you like?
Do you sell the moon here? What the fuck is this thing?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the young. What's going on here?
Okay. Oh, we've actually got a cutscene. Oh, it's Ningguang. Them legs.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
Pokey says. And Nia replies with PP.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting...
Oh, for me. You have my thanks.
Well, there's the screenshot. There's the thumbnail material.
I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
She indeed possess legs. Yeah, she does.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Let's place this Jade Chamber.
I'm glad you like it too.
What lays between her legs is for Beidou only, apparently.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to
In your legs? Woo!
At first, it was but the size of one room.
Eggs aren't eaten yet.
It is large
Q.
enough to the moon in the skies above Liyue.
It's 3 PM for you, and you haven't eaten yet. Go eat, otherwise I'll sick eat on you. With the whip.
One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
Tianquan does not like for ambition.
Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you.
She's with me. She's in my party. As are you. Wow, you're a party member. You ate toast at 6 AM, okay? That was 9 hours ago. You ate a piece of toast 9 hours ago. Go eat, Q. There you are. Ease on the case. Better get to it.
As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
doesn't even say in the in the text, ah, or anything like that. It's as if Paimon just swore and they well, got caught up in wrath. Go eat your eggs. Not like that. Oh god, no, not like that. Your spine is not made to do that. Don't do that. We also ran into the Yuhong not long ago.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
Probably.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest.
Jing said the Queen Xing would not wish ill on Rex Lapis.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Oh, that's her robe. I was going to say, that ass. No, it's just her robe. Still though. Speak to Ningguang. I'll make sure you can eat his eggs. Oh my god. Oh my god, eh? Yes. When?
I smell rabbit.
Razor smells rabbit. I'm going to do something purely interesting, hilarity. This is purely for hilariousness.
Let's make haste.
I've got an achievement. Oh, 2. Create a box of lovely jubbly. What the fuck? I don't even. I just don't even.
I'll scout ahead.
You did the same thing as Zhao.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Oh god. I mean the Border Strokes. Oh my god, how amazing would it be if I was able to do co-op? Get 4 people in there, all of us Ningguang, and all crowd around Ningguang. Just I am Ningguang. I'm also Ningguang. I'm Ningguang, and so is my wife. Vaguely threatened, but okay. That's the best way. Yeah, new Broad Strokes.
Gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago.
Good.
Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained.
I like her a lot more than I like Child already.
Built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished.
Child's a
And
wanker.
thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war.
Like that one episode from SpongeBob where everyone's playing to be Squidward. Yeah.
Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before.
Her mouth wasn't moving through most of that.
Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Why hide the Exuvia then?
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand.
The Fatui!
Fighting the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking?
What do you think, traveler?
It's him, or it's him, isn't it? It's him, isn't it?
What are you two talking?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests.
I mean, the wind is a little strong.
So please, this way.
Things are barely moving. If you're gonna be discreet, at least say something like that. It's getting a little cold out here. Thank you, Ian Jack, for the hydration reminder. You should also hydrate. Definitely you, Jack. Get a little wet for E. Into the Jade Chamber as Razor. Forgot about something. Isn't Fatui a French word or require enlightenment? I don't know if it's French, but Fatui is the name of the people who've basically been the antagonists for at least the first part of the game. In Mondstadt, at least. The fact that there is very little, or there's nothing that I can interact with here, suggests I'm never coming back here. The whole avoiding things you can only get once sort of deal. Jack said, I am trying to get a drink! Harder. Try harder. Get wet. Get real wet. No, I was wrong. Speak to, but... That aquamarine coloured porcelain vase. It's a pristine glossy finish. It's clearly a top of the range item. It does not seem to have come from an official kiln. The faint iridescent shine it gives off, somewhat similar to that of Mother of Pearl, seems to suggest it has a long history. On the body of this delicate ornament, there are some words written in bold strokes. From the Crux. Though mountains be raised and the ground beneath our feet crumble, never may the contract change. For it alone is the bedrock on which Mount Tianheng stands firm against the tides of ingenious machinations. Oh my. A neatly stacked pile of scrolls. Each sheet of paper is as thin as an insect's wing. Perhaps these are just calligraphy works. Or perhaps it's Ningguang's pawn collection. Ningguang's famed wall of business intelligence, densely packed with pages of information pulled from countless sources. There are reams of information here: shipping schedules, profit and loss accounts, warehouse inventories, road safety reports, diplomatic intel. The scope is breathtaking, as is the level of detail, and all the information is up to date. Only the sharpest and most meticulous mind will be able to cut through the clutter and discern the connections between all these disparate strands of information. Very, very good way of saying it means fucking nothing to you. The order for one copy of Customs of Liyue, receiving God, placed 2 days ago, has now been fulfilled. Item has been delivered to the Jade Chamber. Could Miss Ningguang kindly confirm all is in order? 321-238-512-911-562-45-820-123-4-635-678-823-34. Jace, welcome back. You tuned back into Ningguang's pawn collection. Well, what else would you think about those scrolls piled high on her table, Liz? 131, 23, 416, 12, 10, 9, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 5, 10, 11, 2, 3, 4, 3, 16, 6, 7. The signature line has been scrubbed out as it's impossible to read. Rosaria's slightly taller. Razor's a fucking short ass. Yanfei's even shorter. And then there's Jean.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Don't you dare, Paimon.
Can we really?
No.
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Getting a little thirsty there. Is that what I think it is?
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
I'm pretty sure you stepped on a lot of people with parts of them on the ground as well. Seem like that kind, Ningguang.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Liyue's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile
But.
world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that.
Last person to call me special was Lisa, and we ended up going on a date. Please?
If possible.
Oh god, I just remember the traveler saying underage. No, I'll just, keep the head, just keep the head canon, which is probably very close to actual canon of Ningguang and Beidou.
But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Well, between your orthodoxy and her heterodoxy.
You'd pick Kuching?
I didn't have a choice.
I had a feeling.
I personally wouldn't. But, the game has me having to prefer Keqing.
I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
I surmise that the Fatui had a hand in these rumors.
Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning.
I understand also that the developers of this Horny are making, and by making us read the subtitles, are making us focus on Ningguang's boobs. Just like in that other thing, we're very much having to focus on Kaya's crotch. So at least they're horny towards both sides. So can't fault them for that.
Gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation.
Why did you have to call the gag order after I just made a very sexual comment? Why?
With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their... Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Seriously, Paimon? Seriously?
It's all right. I like direct people.
Paimon's not direct, she's just single-minded.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just one of the sheets on that wall.
Hey, what? Has also been direct. Whatever.
Look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices. Just imagine. How much more?
No.
Let's grab one. The biggest one.
Oh, I don't want it. I pick something else.
So, have you made your choice? You don't have to confirm it with me. Just choose one and take it. Afterwards, why not sit down for a while in the Jade Chamber? Or have a short stroll? Rest is also an integral part of any journey.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Come now. There's no need to stand on ceremony. Loosen up a little.
Loosen up indeed. I just take this. I can't. It won't let me. I have to take a piece of paper. I want to make my own choices, game. I don't want to be tied into what Paimon says.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's... Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all.
God, Paimon.
This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the sigil of permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
It's all unfolding a little too perfectly.
Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then?
What I mean is,
So you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something.
Paimon, the only thing that you require for you to like someone is them to give you something, especially if it's food. I don't trust your opinion on anyone.
Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
Hey, 30 primos. Still not enough, is it? No, but I'm only 20 away now. Whoops. Don't know why, but I went past and I thought that was Beidou. I'm very certain it's not Shurton. Yes, I'm Shurton. I'm Shurton it's not time to meet Beidou yet. His location marked on paper. So, okay, so where are we going? All the way over there. food disgusting? Really need to remember that Jean's Gale Blade is ridiculously short-ranged. Okay, so maybe it's not. Okay, fair. This, however, no. Oh no, that is actually a treasure chest next to an explodey boom.
I hope the others find some.
Yeah. Oh, missed. Oh crap. I wasn't taking damage, was I?
I guess this is it.
Wait, hear me.
Shouldn't get careless. Roast and fry. You need to hurry up. This one's well done. Get back. Roast and fry. You need an unfortunate fault.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for?
So they're copying the pattern on the talisman.
Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows.
Oh my god.
How did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child?
Not just a relic.
Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer talismans like that were maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil of being able to channel divine power in battle?
Maybe this paper's only a snippet of a much bigger plan.
And the plot thickens. Alright, the last stop on our rite of parting let's go!
Paimon hates being late. I've been stopping from doing this for so long whilst I went and did other shit. If there was a potential of being late in this game, I've definitely met that potential. I'm not going to tangle with that, because I don't have an archer. No, I already did. I thought it has achievements to claim, but no, I already went to claim them.
myself only arrived moments ago.
Love his voice.
Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue.
Oh, whereas I had not increased the stream volume. Apologies. Well, stream VOD title: Lunchbox only wants gifts.
Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
His mouth is also not moving.
She's super rich and so generous.
Business people are always friendly when it suits their interest.
Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless you.
Oh, so you also met with Kuching then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Kuching, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Ningguang is highly ambitious.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
Second most important thing, first being Beidou.
The Jade Chamber is only second.
Why, Mora, of course.
Ah, Beidou. Makes sense.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that.
She barely spoke about them.
Lapis was murdered. The Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
And now they're trying to reproduce the sigil of permission. I don't know what it is, but I love Zhongli's expression there. I really love that.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Diwa Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
They have a lot of those already.
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingsa Village has glaze. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame
No, those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused
very itchy knee.
landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out.
Diluc and Zhongli, the mood duo. I have a picture to show you with, the Diluc mood. And it's amazing. Settings. It's really difficult to find screenshots at times. There you are. The Diluc mood. Oh, when that first happened, I just broke. I could not. I had to take a screenshot. And the thing is, he just held that expression for ages. Very strong men inventing the fact that I know, right? No thought. Oh, Diluc the eternal mood, inventing the eternal brain patterns. Like, oh? They're talking about drink. Head empty, no thoughts. It's like that GIF that you can find on Discord if you type in a GIF search for Klee and find the blacksmith hammering on her head. She's like,
Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild.
And I found them already.
Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense.
Fucking love Zhongli. Same. He's got a wonderful voice. Like, he's voiced quite a lot of other roles as well. And I don't know, just everything about him. It's like, ah, yes. When you think about Mora, you are constrained by Mora. It's like, you're poor as fuck, dude. It's never you've forgotten your Mora at home. It's just you don't have any.
But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
You mean you need me to pick them?
No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
No one has ever heard Chinya sing. Also in the canon of lore, Chinya has just never sung. It's gonna be weird.
So how good is your singing?
I can hold you. I'm a pro. Just step back and listen. I'm a pro.
Really? Why doesn't...
We'll only know once she starts singing.
So Venti mentioned that the vision user can ascend to godhood, right? I wonder how powered Zilog would be if he were a god. He already is one. Have you not seen the shit that he does? He is one. Also, notice that when you use Diluc in Trials, he's using the Wolf's Gravestone greatsword. I was like, I want that. I want that. The richest poor man you'll ever see. Am I going to have to do a rhythm game now? Search for wild glazes with Zhongli. Right, so Geolocus? Oh, the fuck am I supposed to get that? Oh, right. I need Venti. I don't have Venti. Venti with his cheat power. Seems I'm okay time to sing heavy metal to them. I mean, I can do that. Well, there's two right there. Or three, actually.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready. Da 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 da.
Not what I was expecting.
What happened?
Oh, shit and bollocks.
Flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Would you stop attacking me all at once, you shitbags? Seriously? Will you stop? Do some other attacks. Do something.
What a new skill.
I made that joke, but in a lewd way. This is actually ridiculously annoying. Because I can't really do a whole lot. In here fighting the same as your main DPS? Yeah. What I hate even more is the fact that they're, you know, constantly doing this attack, which means I can't do fucking shit. I can't do anything. Jesus fucking Christ.
I taste blood.
You are cryo. This should be absolutely melting your health.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Ever been to the for a new character, Viking themed? It would have to be from, you know, a Viking themed region, because I honestly don't know if there is one or not. So let's put up quite a fight.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower.
Yes, I know.
Strange. These petals look interesting.
I mean, technically, if you want to take, you know, the actual literal definition of a Viking, there already is one. Beidou.
The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Give me a Viking themed character with an axe, and I'll give my what for a week. There's no axes, though, as far as I'm aware. Beidou's closest you'll get, you know, because Viking means pirate.
For the rite of parting.
Unfortunately, no.
That's so. Excuse me.
I gun you.
Are you searching for glaze lilies? Oh, hey, it's what's her face?
Yangu.
Paimon can't remember.
They better get to work. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're going to put in a whole new weapon class just for that. And like I said, there's already Vikings if you take the literal definition, you know, of Viking meaning pirate. Because, you know, as I said, Beidou. Greetings, Ganyu.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name.
What can I say? You left an impression with all that skin-tight attire.
Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber? Well, it sure would have been better if you told us. Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Perfect. Oh shit.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
It isn't a secret, so perhaps you just assumed we knew.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them. Huh. She's acting different from the first time. Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
Skin to the tire says a Mona. And technically Lisa as well.
You came all the
That's
way
it.
here to see the flowers?
I mean, to be fair, most of the characters in this have some form of skin-tight attire. It's just she seems to have, you know, a complete bodysuit.
Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from
But still,
the world.
nowhere near to the level of Rosaria.
Through those lonely gardens now, I
Ooh, yes, Rosaria.
Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens. Oh, sorry. No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already...
When you're too broke for loose fabric.
It's truly a changing of the guard.
And yet you have Zhongli. How? How does Zhongli have all of that, you know, extra fabric, and he hasn't got a single feckin' Mora? So that means...
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7.
Ah, yes, Mr. Head Empty No Thought.
The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
You with your sexy orange eyeliner.
Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing.
For someone who's literally the gods of contracts and money.
This means that
Yep.
Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality.
Eventually.
Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
I like how Johnny has his not needed vision on his hair.
After the war ended,
Yep.
I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Chising. I've continued those duties to this very day.
So half shitting, that explains the horns.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies?
Please tell me I can dating sim you.
I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
I had to go through the whole Diona's dating sim, and I felt really uncomfortable doing that. I did Noelle's first act as well, and I loved that one.
Oh, so did you sing a song?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Now I'm just imagining her doing a power ballad. Not just any old ballad, a power ballad.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord.
People have a shouting match house in the park.
If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished.
Mostly.
Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Zhongli, you seem suited working in the agricultural development.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all.
I wonder why.
Alright, I think it's about time we head back to
Shut up, Paimon. Just switches back to Razor just for the instant to see. Woo! So then get some regen, because my good god, he lost a lot of health during that. Oh!
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millowith and...
This goes reminds you how much I really wanted to pull for Zhongli whilst he was still available.
It's highly abnormal.
I can imagine.
It seems as though something big has happened.
the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Fine, let's throw all the Fatui at them then.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
You know, get rid of the Fatui then. That's what I care about.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's
Especially Child. Throw him at the front. Throw Child in the front lines.
Conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing.
Don't make yourselves out to be the victim here. You're a bunch of dickheads.
She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Just stand by and watch.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance?
Both.
Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that
Start by stabbing this fucker.
Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control.
It says Director Hu. You mean Hu Tao, don't you?
Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Yeah, it's called the Fatui.
Having connections with the... So what did Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
Child, that ginger guy, or you know, Mr. More Money Than Sense. Mr. More Money Than Sense.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone, he must be waiting for the moment. But where could we find... Where would he go at a time like this?
There's only one place he would go. Wherever the quest marker tells me to go. Ah, yes, the Golden House. Of course. That's the only place he could have gone. I knew it all along. Honest. Well, oh, Jesus Christ, all the way up there. Okay, fine. Didn't think it was that far away. That's a very long way away to try and glide. I don't think I've got enough stamina to glide all the way over there, but we'll see. I mean, to be fair, I did glide all the way to that ridiculously obscure island to the west of Storm Terror Peak. Is that? Oh, Q, is it time? What? Time for what? That could mean so many things. I'm mildly concerned. I actually made it. Very surprised I did. Oh. The dungeon. Well.
Wow! The golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside?
It's definitely time.
So full of Mora.
I'm worried. I have a concern, and it's a heckin' one.
In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
Good luck, have fun. Oh, fuck. I can always... You can't see this, because my face cam's in the way, but look. Around about here, when I, turn this off, there's a dead body. Sus. Very sus. Dungeons does it have trolls in it? No, the only trolls I have in my chat. Fun. Touch a single Mora and we're done for.
Oh, so it's a trap. But even if we can't take, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora, it's like...
Something feels amiss here.
Oh, right. It's quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here?
The Millilith.
Uh-oh.
Time to get eggs. I'll scramble the eggs thoroughly.
Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
I don't like this. I really don't like this. I'm going to use a little trick. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I can't use the little trick that I wanted to. Oh. It's not one. There you go. Nom. Really? There we are. I was going to use Barbara. That's fucking adorable. This definitely has boss arena vibes. This definitely feels like a boss arena. I'm worried.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
It's clearly Charles.
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself.
I fucking hate you.
But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Looks like I was just in time then, wanker.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
Anything wasted here is breath that was used to create you.
Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia.
What's the problem, Charles? Were you conceived by a weak sperm? Was your dad jacking off and your mum sat on until the last second?
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled.
Fill your face with a sword.
She will get that which she desires.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway.
Rosaria and Razor might have something to say about that.
The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you.
Pleasure me by sitting on my spear.
The battle.
Kind of reacted like that a bit too quickly. Thank you for the hydration reminder, E.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
It's the type that causes it.
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished.
Tortles all shut up and fight that.
Instead of confronting you directly, She chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions.
I want to impale your throat on my sword.
But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Shut up, Lunchbox.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask
Cocky
me,
fucker, isn't he?
that, what else is there?
I can never defeat you? You're completely delusional. I like to fight. You seem like you like to talk, actually. He really likes the sound of his own voice. Stuck up wanker.
Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Alright. There's a reason why I've got a high level Rosaria.
This chance is hard
Actually,
to come by.
saying that. Oh look, I can level her up some more. You're fucked. You are super fucked now. Yeah, that'll do. So her attack is 930. Razors are still higher. That's adorable, Razor, thank you. But even though Razor's got a higher attack stat, Rosaria has a higher attack speed, meaning her DPS is actually higher.
So show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Try this. Poor timing. Passable effort. You've made some progress. You're wide open.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What the piss? Okay. Okay.
You can't run!
Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously. Good. No wonder Senor.
Oh, right, you've got 2 health bars, do you? You're a fucking cheater, aren't you?
All out.
Oh, and now you've gone to Electro, have you? Okay.
Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
It's probably so much harder for me because I wasn't upgrading shit at the time. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
All you do is run.
All I do is run, is it? What about you teleporting around the place?
You've got some skills.
Very nice music, though.
The price of a single slip.
Price for a single slip? I mean, have you seen your own health bar, dude? What the? I'm sorry. I kicked the living shit out of you, and I'm the one knocked away. That makes no sense. Fuck off. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. What the fuck? What's the point?
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You
What is the point of having a boss fight if the outcome is already decided that you lose?
Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen
Oh.
people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Go Power Rangers? Tartaglia. Charles. Oh, good God. Where's Charles' vision and illusion? He's a wanker. Bye. It's fine. It's just another fighting arena. It's completely fine. Yes, because you will not listen to any narrative but your own. I'm pretty sure that Zhongli's got it. Very certain that Zhongli has it. Yes, like I said, he is going to listen to only his own narrative. He's not going to listen to anything we say.
Die here.
Delusion will give him shit tons of power, but at the expense of his life force meaning this delusion can backfire and kill him. Ha! Good music and the pleasure of beating up a child, I mean. Wow, Jace! Wow! 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 Jason, you're supposed to be the innocent one among my siblings.
Well then, time to cool off.
Luke's father in fact had a delusion, but it killed him all time over.
It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through.
Oh well. And look who gives a shit. Not me. I don't care. You know, you've expanded your life force over that. You're a dumb fuck. Knew there was a reason I didn't like you when I first met you.
And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis.
Oh, look!
You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
Funny that.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
because I'm gradually restoring my former power. And
Already know the
even
answer.
though
I can see it in your
cutscene
eyes.
me seems to be weak as fuck. Like, legit, cutscene me seems to be completely weak as fuck. I mean, granted, I have never actually really leveled myself or done anything apart from gathering stuff to increase my constellations, but still.
If that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity.
You really think I'm gonna actually tell you something about me after you've been such a twat knuckle? No.
This battle has already left me satisfied.
Please, why don't we kill him? Can we just kill him, please?
Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal.
Unfortunately, I must bring this
Paimon, you're not normal.
conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Corpse was fake.
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say.
Why are we having this conversation with him? Why are we giving him information? Why are we letting him bounce his ideas off of us?
It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such,
Just be a typical anime villain. You know, vanish with a...
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process.
That's how I got Tatadag, the stupidest smartass. Versus Kaya, the smartest dumbass.
The truth is, the world
And then Venti, just no thought.
strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak.
Fascist. I don't see how people love this guy and want to fuck them. Yeah, I don't see it either. I do not see any redeeming qualities in this guy. I've disliked him from the very moment I met him.
Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
What the fuck kind of metaphor is that?
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies.
What are you planning to do? I'm gonna eat my veggies. Dickhead.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue...
His only redeeming factor is his friendship with Zhongli. Yeah, and even then, Zhongli could do better. Easily.
Do you think the cunning Rex
Oh, press that 2 million times.
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
You've been trying to duplicate them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears...
Again, why haven't we killed him?
Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles.
We have Rosaria. She has a large spear.
But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well.
But at the same time, even if it is just the Traveler somehow, even though the canon says different, use your Anemo to blow those things away and then stab him in the face with a sword. Plot armor. It's not even plot armor. Like, literally literally, I'm not even going to try and attack him. It's like, ugh. God.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. He teleported out the top of the building. Of course he's going to have done.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
Paimon, if we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just... Did we make it in time? Is the...
What are you doing here?
Oh, hi, Zhao.
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought...
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this overlord of the...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking.
Oh boy, Zhao, let's go.
Of an ancient god's presence seems to
Wasn't that impressed with him when I trialed him.
Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago. So will the power of the Qixing...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What?
So just do it. Don't waste time explaining things to Paimon. She won't even remember in 5 minutes.
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here.
Yes, and it's also been repaired.
For what could you mortals
Zhao was surprisingly polite when he's not killing demons.
Yet it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
Hi, Zhongli.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
This has just been an episode where I take pictures of Ningguang. Well, okay then. That's an impressive amount of Daka.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong ballista!
Oh, please don't let this be a defense mission. I've got no issue with being involved. I just don't want it to be a defense thing. Oh no, doesn't seem to be.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti
Oh no, it is.
God in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness.
Oh, yep. So if you don't get to see Kachin fighting on the side, and you're like, bro, she literally just jumped down to help. Yep.
Be careful not to get hit.
Oh well.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
What do you mean unrelenting? They spent a good minute or so not actually even here.
Answer for this afterward. Every last one.
The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
That's why it pins that when Jin attacks against him, it will release into the shockwaves. Nice.
That light from your body, it's like this
Jesus. That kind of strong things.
This grady's really strong!
You can't run.
Oh, my least favorite activity in games. Defense missions like this.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil.
Where's my survival capacity? What?
Fear of injury by the wayside, then fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my
Movement speed
power
greatly
and
increased.
run as I do.
I could have done with that earlier. You know, when there was like loads of Fatui here. Could have really done with it then.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit.
By the blessings combines, you wield all three powers at once.
Three forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Look at me. Just... You can't run. Lights out. Let me in. Lose myself a little. Look at me. Just... Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Camera does not do too well in this game. Really does not. I can't say that Rosaria is absolutely overpowered as fuck for this part.
Miscalculated. This isn't good. I guess this is it.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
What, the group that I've just killed? It seems like I'm getting the audio things a little later than I should be. Oh, hi, Kaching. Nice of you to join us. Oh, she straight up decapitated that fucker.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Still 10 seconds on the timer, but sure. Sure. Drop like Kamehameha.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Oh, and Spirit Bomb now. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Only one in the middle left got saved. Wow, one of them.
Weishan Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Drop a fucking palace right on its head. I love it. Fucking love it. Oh, so yeah, that was the whole thing. You're not going back there. There's no there to go back to. Oh shit.
Finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
Pass also happens to work as an improvised nuke, apparently, yeah.
We are indebted to you for your assistance.
Legs.
If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Person picked up a plant and just dropped it so casually.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now.
It doesn't lie before you, and so much as, it's all over the place now.
It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Boobs. Also very true.
Hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations.
He definitely has the thing for boobs. Definitely. No bad thing.
Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean...
I don't know, she needs kind of small feet to fit into those shoes of hers.
...city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
God, the Adepti are assholes, aren't they? Well, some of them.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I did.
I'm actually kind of glad I did this on stream.
I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
We're all on the same side here.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there's discord between the Guardians and those they were meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
I really don't like that Paimon is the character's voice. I really don't like that. This is what we learned in the City of Freedom. I would rather they have voice acted, paid both voice actors for the main character and just, have them voice all these lines. I would rather have done that.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there.
We have the power of the main character on our side. And anime.
Always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today.
Just notice my keyboard has buttons to control my volume without me tapping out. Yeah. Yeah, they often do then these days. I remember like one of my very first media keyboards, like when they were just started making them, had a little dial on the top middle of it. You actually had to turn it up or down to change the volume. It's weird.
The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Doesn't what the people have said.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
What about a gun you was just saying like what?
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
The Adepts are quite reasonable in the end.
Oh, right. It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing.
What is it, lunch?
Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too?
I'm actually annoyed I agree with Paimon.
Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest
Oh, the fond farewell.
the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhang Li's going. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Claim these achievements. Defeat Child's attack with 18 parts of him being marked and then hit by his follow-up attack. That's quite a few. Oh, hang on. Ooh, I can afford a wish. Let's see. Let's see what I get. Oh. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, Genshin. Fuck you. Paimon for the win. This one time. This one time. Combat made. Defeats cameras. Deserved. You want to say that again, Q?
trade tactics. I'm always ready.
C1 Beto. Eat dirt. Ah, someone's salty they don't have Beto. No. Looks like you lose again. Oh bollocks, I just saw there was a chest right around the corner.
Do for you too? I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests. We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here? Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank. Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui?
I also remember the good old days where I'd only get Noelle, currently C4.
Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House.
I mean, she's good. Don't get me wrong, she's good. It's just, you know, I've got better.
Know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
There are a few interesting trinkets here.
Still have not learned my way around Liyue. Case in point.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart.
Oh, Signora.
Besides, aren't you
100%
happy
yes.
to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you.
Signora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
I want you on my party.
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Breathe, just stay calm.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
You're the one who caused it, dickhead.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
You were all for it because he flashed money at you, Paimon. Shut up.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
I have something against you personally. Fuck off.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
And the fact you were using me the entire time, dickweed.
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you.
Oh, I will.
The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Signora and Zhongli.
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll
Boobs.
be plenty of time to chat once I'm through.
Literally just boobs. And then it panned up slightly. But that was definitely boobs. Shut up, child. Boobs.
You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Agreement.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Milks.
sanctimonious.
Did have my suspicions.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed.
So he orchestrated the entire thing. Let me guess, he wanted the Fatui to be in on it to help him do so, to stir up the turmoil, and he offered them his Gnosis in return. Oh, good God, Zhongli, you're an idiot. You're awesome, but you're an idiot.
And gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
Let me guess, he had another plan in case it all burned down.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
That's a bit of a macabre thing. Catholic Clone, welcome. This is what everyone is talking about. I've seen this name everywhere for so long, but this is it. This is part of it. This is part of, it's a very heavy story moment.
Inspired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child.
Really want to slap Child.
This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, Traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
No, you can fuck off and die.
In the dark.
Yeah, because you're a wanker.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. Wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord
Boobs.
of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You've really embarrassed yourself this time.
Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well, I am, and you're a twat.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Jade Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
You can fucking swim for all I care.
Do as you wish.
Those hips.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo Archon offered you.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Bake bastard. Leave Northern Bank. That's easy enough, son. After dust settles. Thanks! Thanks, game, for giving me literally less than a second to read that.
Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You're right. However, it's time to end stream. So yeah, that will be where I'm ending it today. Oh shit. So yeah, next stream from me is going to be tomorrow at 4 PM BST, where we will be seeing what happens. Mal's not going to be here for Deep Rock Galactic. Pokey most likely will be, unless something comes up. Tyr hopefully will not, sleep over, which we'll see. If there's not going to be Deep Rock Galactic, I will be doing something else instead. And tomorrow night after that will be at 1 AM BST, where I'll be doing the art stream. However, though, that's where it's going to be ending for today. Thank you all very much for coming along and for all of your support. It's all greatly appreciated. And let's see, were there any special shout-outs? There were. Oh, good God, yes, there were. So yeah, thank you to Red for the Prime resub of 16 months. Very much appreciated. Thank you also to Red for the 222 bits. Thank you to Lydia for the 17-month resub. And thank you to Widrin for the 1,000 bits, prompting a hype train. And thank you for the 13-month resub from DJ. And also thank you for the follow from Michael Liddick. Thank you very much, all of you. I saw it happen. No idea. That was Torian making fun of my accent. But yeah. So, until next time, thank you all very much for coming along, and hope you have a good rest of your day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever the time is for you. Till then though, stay safe, stay amazing, see you later. Bye.